Hello, this is Medhat Elmasry. Today's video is about small language models with the AI Toolkit extension in VS Code. The first question we ask ourselves is, what are small language models? Small language models are compact versions of the large language models like GPT-5, GPT-4, and so on and so forth. The small language models are designed to deliver strong performance in natural language tasks while using significantly fewer computational resources. So what is the AI Toolkit extension in VS Code? Well, the AI Toolkit extension for VS Code is a powerful all-in-one environment for building, testing, and deploying generative AI applications, especially useful for developers working with small language models, also known as SLMs. In order to benefit from this video, you must have the latest version of Visual Studio Code. You should also have .NET version 9.0 or higher. The version I have is version 9.0.304. This is the AI Toolkit extension for Visual Studio Code that you need to install. Once you install the AI Toolkit for Visual Studio, you will find this icon here on the left side, and if you don't find it, you can click on these three dots and you might find it under here. Once you open the AI Toolkit extension, you will notice this model catalog. If you click on this, you will see that there are a number of models that you can install. Go down to the local models, and these are models that you can add. Let's take, for example, the Phi-4 model. You can click on this small arrow pointing downwards. Click on the one you want, and it will download onto your computer. I'm going to choose the smaller version, which is Phi-4 generic GPU 1. So if I click on that, it will download it for me. This might take some time. So I will stop this video and continue once it's fully downloaded. The small language model Phi-4 is fully downloaded, and you can see added one on the right side in green here. If you expand the models folder, you will see under Foundry Local Phi-4 generic GPU. Now this has downloaded, and we can consume it from a C# application. We will first need the name of this model. So if you right click on the model, choose copy model name, and that gets copied in the clipboard. I will paste it in a text editor, and you can see here the name is Phi-4 generic GPU : 1. We will need this at a later stage. I will build two C# client apps. The first one uses the OpenAI packages, and the second one uses Sematic Kernal. So inside a working directory, I will create a simple .NET console application, and I'll name it AI Toolkit OpenAI. And let me go into that directory. Once in that directory, we need to add the OpenAI package. .NET add package OpenAI. So we're all set. Let's open this application in VS Code. I'll close the previous one. Now Program.cs has some basic code that we do not need, so I'm going to delete that. Instead, I'm going to add some of my own code. You can go to this gist site to get the code that I'm going to paste into Program.cs, and when I'm done with the video, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of this video. So let's take this URL, and I'm going to paste it in my browser. Here is the gist. I'll click on row and just grab all this code and paste it in my Program.cs right here. There's one thing we need to change, and it's the name of our model. So I'm going to delete this and grab the name that I got previously, and I'll paste it right here. The location where that model can be accessed is localhost port number 5272/v1. The API key is unused. This code initializes the OpenAI client option, the API credential, and the client. The OpenAI client, you pass it the credential and the options and pass the model to the getChatClient method. Thereafter, you interact with the model. You will notice that what this application does is it first says you will analyze the sentiment of the following product reviews. Each line is its own review. Output the sentiment of each review in a bulleted list and then provide a general sentiment of all reviews. Now there are 4 reviews here. The first one says, I bought this product and it's amazing. So this is a positive review. The product is terrible, I hate it. That is obviously a negative review. And I'm not sure about this product, it's okay. This is like a moderate review. And the final one is, I found this product based on the other reviews, it worked. So that is a positive review. So we'd have 2 positives, 1 negative, and 1 medium review. Before we try to run the app, we need to go back into the AI Toolkit and go into models and make sure that the model is running, because if the model is not running, it will not work. So you can see that it's loading it, and under Azure Foundry, our Phi 3 is running. So now let's go back into the terminal window and do a .NET run. After a while, it comes back with this response. So the first one is positive, the second review is negative, the third one is neutral, and the final one is positive, just like we predicted. So that worked. Let's do something similar using Sematic Kernal, which is another SDK. I will close my VS Code, go to the parent folder, and from here I'm going to create a different application that uses Sematic Kernal. So I'll type in .NET new console and I'll name it AI Toolkit SK for Sematic Kernal. Let me go into that directory. In here, there's only one package we need to add, and that is the Microsoft.Semantic Kernal. Microsoft.Semantic Kernal. Let's open up our application in VS Code as we did the last time. And again, we don't need the code in here, so I'm going to delete it. And the code we will use is at this gist here. Let me copy this and go in my browser to the site. And here's the code. I'm just gonna click on row, grab all this code, and paste it in Program.cs. So in this case, just like we did the last time, we need to change the name of the model. So I'm gonna copy this, come here, and change the name of the model. The base URL is the same. All of this here, we're configuring the kernel and choosing chat completion. The system message is, you are a useful chatbot, always reply in a funny way with short answers. And we set the max tokens to be 500 and the temperature is 1, which is we're giving maximum creativity to the AI. There is an endless loop here. We read from the user the prompt, we add it to the message history, and this is where we call the AI. The AI responds with a message, and we just write the message to the console. So this is a different type of application than the previous one. I just thought we might as well have different logic. Again, we have to go to the AI Toolkit and make sure that our model has started. So let us come here. Under AI Foundry, you can see that the Phi 4 model is running. So let me go to a terminal window and do a .NET run. So let me say red or white wine with beef steak? What does it recommend? It's thinking. It's giving me a long response. The choice between red or white wine with beef steak can depend on personal preferences and the specific preparation of the steak. Here are some general guidelines. So it's giving you some guidelines as to whether red wine or white wine is good with a steak. In conclusion, you can use the AI Toolkit extension to play around with small language models. And in our case today, we interacted with one of these small language models, and the model we used was 5.4. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please give it the thumbs up. Until we meet again in another video, all the best.